Good morning, all. Salute. Do you know what salute means? In Spanish, Italian, it means to good health. Salute. Having my latte. And this morning I thought I would just put together a little video for you in regards to you can have it all. You just have to want it. The challenge is most people think they need it.
Stop for a moment. There's still time. You're not late. You don't need to have it all figured out. Just show up.
That understands that you can have it all, but you can't have it given to you. That you can't. You can't be a victim your whole life and sit in a pot of sweltering disarrangement, disappointment, disagreement, and say, yeah, but what if? And roll that little roulette wheel and hope that your number comes up. It's not how life is. I'm going to share a poem again, and then we're going to move into the video I posted at this point of one of the Airbnbs we owned. Gorgeous. I really hope you take a look. As you take a look at the video, keep this in mind. Jeff is going to tell you this. A poem I wrote when I was in college. I'm going to share it with you today. And then watch our video and just let it absorb into who you are. And then I want you to start thinking with this, stop thinking with this, put your emotions aside and focus on a journey worth having, worth creating, and then worth relishing in the memory of. I look forward to when I shall die, and today I have wings to fly and fly. A dreamer lives in fantasies alone. The joys of life, they're never known. You poor, poor fools with eyes to see are blind to how life must really be. For life is this second, this minute, this hour. Today, it'll fade. Die like a flower. Yesterday's gone, you dreamers. Tomorrow never comes. But today, I have wings to fly. Now, take a look at my video. Tell me what you think. Come along. You know, I'm going to attach a couple of little videos along this way so you can see partially how Kevin and I made our fortune. Because I understand that people do struggle. I understand that not everybody makes a fortune. Get it. And we don't make it young in life. Some do, some don't. I don't consider it luck. I don't consider it being in the right place at the right time. I don't consider any of that as reasonings to experience a good life. A good life isn't a matter of luck. A good life isn't a matter of appointment of where you were born. It is a matter of using what you have here and putting that to work for you. If more people would do that, they would find that a path forward would open up, and then they get to make choices. And that's my belief on how we became self-sustaining to where don't need help. Now, Kevin and I both, be completely honest about you can have it all, is that we both grew up in the welfare system. Yeah. So coming from nothing doesn't mean that you can have a life of nothingness. I'll put up a video here perhaps shortly, not to tell my story particularly, but to tell people that you are not held hostage to your environment. You're just not. You hold yourself in accordance to what you believe for yourself. You know, I have a half sister who I haven't spoken to in 14 years. And she used to always say, if I didn't have bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. And I would say, that's unfortunate. And leave it at that. I don't chime into that nonsense. So, people's bad luck, life is not like a roulette wheel. You don't spin it and hope to hit your target of success, your slot of abundance. It's not like that. You must create it for yourself. And we're coming out of Black Friday, and I was hopeful that the American people would take a stand and not shop. Now, statistics are showing that on Black Friday alone, $14 billion stimulated our economy by shoppers, online as well as in person. Now, they want you to know what stimulated our economy. Well, what it did is it stimulated corporate, which is who you're beholden to with your dollar. Look, you do what you want with your money. That's your money to do what you want. However, reality of truth is, I am like a tarantula. I have burrowed in. I have built my comfort in my home. It has a trap door. I can cover it. The tarantula can cover it and keep all predators out. Lift it enough to peek around to see what's going on. Come out when need be to quench the hunger and go back in safety. It's kind of how a tarantula lives. I guess I'm like that. I peek around, I see what's happening. I see the sorrow. I see the heartache. I see the challenge that people have. But when you have Americans spending $14 billion on Good Friday to accumulate stuff to make them feel good, it speaks volumes of how people view themselves. They have collected themselves with pretty things. Most of the spending was done on jewelry, I understand, and electronics. But back to Kevin and I. We were born, both of us. We didn't choose our parents. We didn't choose our environment. We didn't choose the abuse, emotional, sexual, physical. We didn't choose the poverty. We didn't choose being a latchkey child that ended up in foster care. We didn't choose any of that. That was chosen for us. Much like religion. And because we were not worthy, we were expelled out of that environment into foster care. That was no better, trust me. But you learn early on in that environment that you can control and take control and move forward. I expressed in one of the videos that we did on having wealth and how to create it, how to accumulate it, how to live debt-free. And we have done that. We have a wall of memory back here. Memorable experiences that we created. We had a 6-acre horse ranch. Paid cash, rode our ponies until health issues no longer allowed it. We sold it, doubled our money. We have a wall of memories. Paid cash, got cash back, bought the house we're sitting in now. Paid cash. But the videos I'm going to attach is a portion of how we accumulated that. years ago. I'm talking when we were both in our 50s. We both owned our own businesses. We both did well. One of them was an era gone by, Airbnbs. Got on board early when it was a new, exciting thing. It had not yet caught the corporate eye. So corporations like HomeAway, Airbnb, RBVO had not gotten on board and captured people's homes and rented them for you, which made it easier. That convoluted it. That's when we got out. But we were in it when it was a new, exciting thing to travel across America and stay in someone's home. Pay same amount of money you would in a hotel. A little bit more, not much, but you had a whole house, a whole experience. And that's what we did. So the house video I'm going to show you is a home, one of 5 that we owned. And it's gorgeous. We designed it ourselves. We decorated it ourselves because Kevin was in the interior design business. Decorated it ourselves. And we maintained it ourselves along the way. A quick FYI. You'll see this home, when it was purchased through auction, is how we did it. Roughly $82,000. Took about 6 months to rehab it, fluff it, pretty it up, redo the kitchen, redo the bathrooms, get it ready to go. And we lived in it during the process. And put about $80,000 into it to rehab it. Kept it 5 years, rented it out as an Airbnb. And 2 blocks from the marina and the beach on the Tampa Bay area of Florida, Gulfport. And that home merited us right around $100,000 a year income. The snowbirds love to come stay. I want you to take a look at the video and tell me what you think. We sold the house. It's been 7 years now ago that we sold the house. When we sold the house, keep in mind we paid about 82, put about 80 into it. So we were in about 160,000. That was with the rehab, remodel, redecorating it. Kept it for almost 5 years and rented it out. It never, ever was without a guest year-round, ever. On an average, it was $184 a day. You got a weekly rate if you rented it for a week, a monthly rate if you rented it for a month. I cleaned it. I maintained the yard, did all the repairs. When we sold the house, 5 years later, we sold it for about $558,000. We had 5 homes. You can make your own money. You can make your own future. You can make your own destiny be fulfilled. But you have to start thinking with this and stop thinking with emotion and passion for have and buy and get more and have more. And look, the old saying used to say, Rome wasn't built in a day. It crumbled in a day. Wasn't built in a day. Neither was our wealth. I just want you to know that if you refocus your thoughts, refocus your spending habits, become a frugal life entity that understands that you can have it all, but you can't have it given to you. That you can't. You can't be a victim your whole life and sit in a pot of sweltering disarrangement, disappointment, disagreement, and say, yeah, but what if? Now, take a look at our lovely Airbnb. Tell me what you think. Having it all is worth it all.
Sunday morning. I've spent the morning getting the property ready, the beach rental, for the next guests that come in. I have been taking care of the gardening and cleaning of the houses. It's hard to find good help that'll do gardening properly and also clean properly. So I took that over almost 2 years ago. So anyhow, it's the beach rental. We have guests coming in today. Had guests leave this morning. So I now prepared it for the next guests that are arriving today. So I may have to do this video in 2 segments. But the next guest will be here for a month. So here's the front of the house. And then we'll go inside and take a peek. So this is the guest bath with a full jacuzzi, working tub, and shower. And the other 2 bedrooms. I call this one the red room. Rightfully so. Look at there. And a full walk-in closet. French doors that close off into the 2nd bedroom, which we call the gold room. So this is the beach rental. And then patio doors out into the pool area. Back down the hallway where the kitchen is. And this is our shelving units for the clothing, next to a full double walk-in closet. And then I'll open up these patio doors and go out into the backyard. Whoops, I guess they already had it unlocked. There we go. And out into the pool. We've got it heated to 85 because we have guests coming who want it heated. And of course there's an outdoor private shower. And there's the guest rooms again. Beautiful day here in Florida. It's almost 80 degrees. In the back of the house there's the lanai where we started out. screened-in patio into the private backyard, which I do all the gardening on that as well. And a barbecue. In here storage is beach chairs, bicycles. Anyhow, anyone coming to Florida want to rent this beach rental, you just let us know. And very private back here. My sanctuary. And across the fence is the neighbor's yard, Kathy, who I maintain her yard for her as well. Very pretty back here, isn't it? So I'll upload both of these videos so you can see them. Okay, folks, enjoy your day, as I will. Good Sunday morning. I've spent the morning getting the property ready, the beach rental, for the next guests that come in. I have been taking care of the gardening and cleaning of the houses for almost 2 years now. It's hard to find good help that'll do gardening properly and also clean properly. So I took that over almost 2 years ago. So anyhow, it's the beach rental. We have guests coming in today. Had guests leave this morning. So I now prepared it for the next guests that are arriving today. So I may have to do this video in 2 segments. But the next guest will be here for a month. So here's the front of the house. And then we'll go inside and take a peek. So our beach rental comes completely furnished. All you need to do is bring your clothes, your wine, and your food. Everything else is here. So again, I may do this in 2 segments because it's hard to upload these videos on Facebook if they're too long. So this is the master bedroom. Isn't that beautiful in here? Back into the living room. And the master bath. Good morning. And back onto the back lanai. And in there's the washer and dryer. Back in the living room. 8-in kitchen, island, and a full stocked kitchen with everything that's needed. It takes me about 3 hours to clean it and prepare it for the next guest. So I'm going to shut this video off, start another one, head down the hallway into the other bedrooms, and then out into the backyard. And pick back up on another video. So this is the guest bath with a full jacuzzi, working tub, and shower. And the other 2 bedrooms. I call this one the red room. Rightfully so. Look at there. And a full walk-in closet. French doors that close off into the second bedroom, which we call the gold room. So this is the beach rental. And then patio doors out into the pool area, back down the hallway where the kitchen is. And this is our shelving units for the clothing, next to a full double walk-in closet. And then I'll open up these patio doors and go out into the backyard. Whoops, I guess they already had it unlocked. There we go. And out into the pool. We've got it heated to 85 because we have guests coming who want it heated. And of course there's an outdoor private shower. And there's the guest rooms again. Beautiful day here in Florida. It's almost 80 degrees. In the back of the house, there's the lanai where we started out. Screened in patio. Into the private backyard, which I do all the gardening on that as well. And a barbecue. In here storage is beach chairs, bicycles. Anyhow, anyone coming to Florida want to rent this beach rental, you just let us know. And very private back here. My sanctuary. And across the fence.
Stop for a moment. There's still time. You're not late. You don't need to have it all figured out. Just show up.